We're only 6 match days into the Premier League season and already West Ham fans are worrying. The Hammers have only pulled 4 points from the first 6 games, and after their summer spending spree, this just isn't acceptable. Personally, I don't think West Ham fans have a huge reason to worry. This still hasn't stopped West Ham fans from absolutely bombarding all my socials with requests of a West Ham rebuild, however. So, I am a man of the people. Today, we rebuild West Ham United. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to the rebuilding series. Today, we are taking over a highly requested rebuild. As I said, we head to London as we take over West Ham United. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild with West Ham United, make sure you leave a like on the video and also make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is going to be our starting lineup for season number 1. Of course, a lot of big name players in here that West Ham have bought, notably Felipe Anderson, Yarmolenko, Jack Wilshere, these sorts of players, but also positions that need upgrading. I'm probably going to be going for a new goalkeeper. I know Fabianski was brought in from Swansea this window, but I want to go in for someone long term. I also want to go in for a new young high potential striker and then a new right back. So a lot of work to do in the first window and throughout the whole rebuild, but let's get into doing some business. A player departure here. Chicharito is departing West Ham. He's off to Red Bull Leipzig. And we have sold Angelo Ogbonna to Watford for £8.2 million. And we have signed ourselves a new goalkeeper. A somewhat realistic signing, I would say. Jack Butland relegated to the Championship with Stoke, but we've given him a Premier League lifeline as we sign him from Stoke City for £26.2 million. And we have splashed the cash early on here, bringing in one of world football's biggest, brightest young talents. Gabriel Jesus, the 21-year-old Brazilian, is joining us here at West Ham United for £60 million. Another big young Premier League signing coming through, Trent Alexander-Arnold signing from Liverpool. We signed the English right back for £14.1 million. So £100 million spent to bring in Jack Butland, Gabriel Jesus and Trent Alexander-Arnold. We lost Chicharito and Ogbonna. Let's see how we go in season 1. I honestly don't know what to expect, but I mean, of course, a push for Champions League football is always the goal. Well, this is not going to plan now, is it? We sit in 16th position, exactly halfway through the Premier League season. Fortunately, we've got a game in hand on a lot of sides, but still, we need to get our act together. I don't think we're going to be able to afford anybody that's going to make the side better, but we need to get some form in the second half of the season. Man City currently winning the league with Spurs and Chelsea right behind them, but we need to make sure we don't get relegated because that would be quite embarrassing. So no business has been done in this January window, and I mean, I hope that it's enough for us to survive relegation. I mean, we've got 85 rated Jesus and a lot of growing players, so I'm confident, but we'll see. Let's get to the end of season 1. Alright, there we go. We were nowhere near the top 4, but at least we didn't get relegated. We were 20 points clear of relegation. We finished in 8th position on 53 points, and you know what? I will take it. Tottenham did go ahead and win the Premier League title, a very good second half of the season. And then it's Cardiff City, Leicester City, okay, and Watford all relegated. Tottenham did go on and win the FA Cup. We won the Carabao Cup, so that means we play Europa League football again next season, I do believe. PSG did win the Champions League, and Barcelona won the Europa League. We've got eliminated in the group stages. So that is season 1 done and dusted. Our manager approval rating wasn't very strong, but overall I thought we had a good season. So let's see if we can build on it for season 2. We kick off season 2 with a big player signing. Someone I haven't really ever signed, I don't think, in a rebuild ever, is this man, Florian Thauvin, the French right midfielder, joins us for £44.5 million. Plus Yarmolenko. Welcome to West Ham. So we've brought ourselves in another striker here. We have signed Andrea Belotti for £35 million from Torino. Arnautovic just hit his 30s, and you know what that means in terms of career mode. That means the player is gonna start going down. So we acted quickly and we brought in Belotti. And we have decided to sell Winston Reid to AS Monaco for £6 million. And Andy Carroll is off to Besiktas for £7 million. And Grêmio in Brazil have paid £6 million for the signature of Robert Snodgrass. And we have shifted on another one of our players. Lucas Perez is off to Lyon here for £10 million. Another player departure, Pablo Zabaleta off to Sassuolo in Syria for £2.1 million. We have splashed the cash deep in the window, and we have signed Alejandro Grimaldo from Benfica, I believe. He's come in for 34.8, no, Inter. He was at Benfica, then he went to Inter. £34.8 million for the Spanish left back. And on deadline day, we have sold Lucas Fabianski back to Swansea City. The Polish goalkeeper returns back for £6.8 million. So again, a very busy window here to start off season 2. Thauvin, Belotti, Grimaldo in, and then Reid, Carroll, Snodgrass, Perez, Zabaleta, and Fabianski out of the club. Already our side's starting to come together. A lot of growth still for the starting 11. Let's see how we're going halfway through the second season with the Hammers. Alright, I'll take that. We sit in 3rd position halfway through season number 2. Right now it's looking like United are going to be running away with the title. They're 9 points clear of Wolves, 10 points clear of us. But I mean, look at our record. If we turn those draws into wins, that's going to be a guaranteed top 4 spot. Let's hope we have a good second half of the season. Relegation-wise, Sheffield Wednesday, okay, all 3 of the promoted sides, Nottingham Forest, Stoke, and Sheffield Wednesday, all in big trouble. But we need to focus on ourselves, and I definitely think we need to make top 4 the goal this season. Contrary to our opening window, we've done no business here. I'm happy with the squad we have for this season. Obviously a lot more improvement to do, but let's see if this side can get us Champions League football in season 3 with West Ham. Well, that's a frustrating end to the season. We definitely stopped getting draws, but on the same hand, we stopped getting wins as well. We finished the season in 6th position, 6 points away from top 4 football. It looks like we're going to be playing Europa League again next season, but no Champions League from what we've seen, unless we went on to win the Europa League this season. United absolutely crush the Premier League, 6 points shy of that Centurion mark. But I'm disappointed with our season. Stoke, Sheffield Wednesday, and Nottingham Forest all relegated. Tottenham did win the FA Cup. Liverpool beat Fulham in the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid won the Champions League. And Lazio beat Liverpool to win the Europa League. We finished top of our group, Group H. Just trying to figure out how we went. Alright, we lost to FC Cologne in the round of 32. Season 2 started out strong and kind of fell off a little bit, but I mean, it's given me a little bit of hope that come season 3, a few more big signings come into the club and we definitely play Champions League football next season. We are not messing around this season, fellas. Casemiro, one of the world's best defensive midfielders, joining us here at West Ham United for £72.6 million, 91 overall. That is absolute insanity. So we have sold Marko Arnautovic to Juventus, 31 years old, 81 overall, starting to decrease. We sold him for, I believe it was 18 million. Aaron Cresswell is headed to Leeds United, off to Ellen Road for 6.3 million pounds. So just the one signing for this window. Casemiro, obviously a big pickup. We've also sold Marko Arnautovic and Aaron Cresswell. Our squad is coming along quite nicely. Still a little bit of work needs to be done to the defense, but I'm excited to see what we can do this season. Let's check in on the 1st of January. Alright, halfway through the Premier League season, and this is an interesting looking title race. Brighton and Hove Albion, top of the Premier League. We sit 6 points behind them in 4th. We've got a lot of big clubs right behind us. City and Arsenal breathing down our necks. United not too far behind them. It's going to be an interesting second half of the season. A big move here in January as we sell Fabian Balbuena to Real Madrid. £26.8 million for the centre-back. Let's go and try getting a top quality centre-back now. And we have got ourselves a new centre-back here. Bringing in some Premier League talent, we signed the Danish centre-back Andreas Christensen from Chelsea. I believe, yeah, it's going to show up there. £42.4 million to sign the man from Stamford Bridge. So one player in, one player out. If it's a 1-for-1 scenario, we definitely have upgraded. Andreas Christensen in, Balbuena out. This is the squad that hopefully is going to get us Champions League football, and with 290 rated players and a few players creeping up on that rating, I don't see any reason why we can't get Champions League. Get in there! What a second half of the season it was. Arguably, in other years, in other seasons, this would not get us even top 3 really, but everybody else has had an absolute terrible season. We've had a good one, could have converted a few draws into wins, but West Ham United, Premier League champions in Season 3, and most importantly, Season 4 will see us getting a shot to play in the Champions League. And then in the relegation zone, Cardiff, Bournemouth and Southampton all relegated to the Championship. Tottenham did win the FA Cup. Brighton took down Fulham on a penalty shootout in the Carabao Cup, and I mean, as a Fulham fan, that makes me sad. Atletico Madrid won the Champions League. I'm pretty interested to see how we're going to go in the Champions League next season. And I mean, seeing this certainly fills me with a lot of confidence. West Ham United, Europa League champions. We took down Schalke on a penalty shootout. What a season. So I would say that this season has been a roaring success. Premier League champions, Europa League champions. Next season, can we potentially add European champions to that title? We're about to find out. Season 4 with West Ham United. Let's get into it. Season 4 begins with a new centre-back signing. Wearing number 4 is going to be Clement Lenglet. He comes in from AS Monaco for £71 million. The big bucks have been spent bringing this man in. The Brazilian attacking midfielder Anderson Talisha comes in from Benfica. A big sum of £92 million for the Brazilian attacking midfielder. So we have signed ourselves a new backup striker. Maximilian Philip has signed from Leicester City for £31.6 million. A decent backup striker option. Almost £200 million worth of product and player brought in this transfer window. Langlet, Talisha and Philip all into the club, and I mean, this season I could genuinely see us going on a Champions League run in our first season, which is quite weird, but let's go and find out our Champions League group regardless. So we have been drawn into Group A of the Champions League for this 4th season, and it's an interesting one. You would say that it's going to be us and PSG as the 2 strongest sides in the group, but when you have Dynamo Kiev and FC Basel in there, who really knows? Let's find out the answer. Let's simulate to the end of the group stages. So here we are. We have finished in 2nd position, 9 points, 5 points behind PSG, who went pretty damn well. Not a single loss for them, but we made it through. Let's have a look now. Round of 16, Juventus. That's a good test, a real good test. I mean, every side left in the Champions League basically is going to be a good test. So Juve, interesting. And I mean, if we're not able to win the Champions League this 4th season, the main goal needs to be making sure we're back there again in season 5. At the moment, it's going alright. We need to make sure we get into that top 4, but we're only a point away. And I mean, after spending so much money in the opening window, it's no surprise to see us doing no business here. Let's see if this side that we have right now is enough, however, to get us through to the Champions League. Alright, so it is time for the home leg up first, which you guys know I'm not always a big fan of. I always like to have the away leg first. But Juve coming to the Olympic Stadium here. Can we get a result? I forgot, they've still got Ronaldo. Interested to see what overall he's at now. But they get an away goal. Bernardeschi. I almost signed him last season instead of Talvin, but Bernardeschi gets an away goal there for Juve, which is not ideal. Come on, we need to get a goal back. Come on, they've brought on Alderweireld. Belotti does equalise. We're into the last 10. Can we get the lead now, or is it going to remain 1-1? It is going to remain 1-1, headed into the second leg in Turin. Alright, now for the away leg. Langlet is out for this leg through suspension, which ain't too much fun. But let's see what we can do. An away goal is necessary. We get it in the first minute. Alright, thank you very much, Belotti. We are in front and we've cancelled out Juve's away goal advantage. 2-1 up at the moment, nearing the halfway line. If it stays like this, we go through to the quarterfinals, and I personally get filled with a lot of confidence. Half an hour to go. Haksabanovic on for Felipe Anderson. Last 10 minutes. No! Cristiano Ronaldo equalises. We're off to extra time. Oh no, Ronaldo. He's still causing me heartache. Are we going to a penalty shootout? Yes, we are. No! Juventus eliminate us in the round of 16 on penalties. Curse you, Ronaldo. So we are unable to defend our Premier League title and go back to back. We finish in 3rd position behind both Manchester clubs, but fortunately that means Champions League football is going to be in West Ham's future for season 5. As we scroll down the table, Chelsea in 10th. Wow, who got relegated? Stoke, Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. We unfortunately lost the FA Community Shield on penalties. Liverpool won the FA Cup. Liverpool also won the Carabao Cup. We lost the Super Cup at the start of the season to Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid won a Madrid Derby Champions League final, and Valencia won the Europa League. So we got our first taste of Champions League football. Definitely going to attack it even better next season. Let's see what we can do. Season 5 with West Ham United. Eshkeret. Did I really just use a little pump reference? We spend a lot of money, 81.1 million to be exact, to bring Kepa Arrizabalaga to the other side of London. He comes to West Ham United here. What a pickup. We have signed Hazard, not Eden Hazard, Thorgan Hazard. We have brought in the Belgian left midfielder from Monaco. I believe it was for 36.5 million pounds. He's going to be playing as our reserve left midfielder behind Felipe Anderson. So Kepa and Hazard into the club for this window. The side is looking mighty fine. Our second bite at the cherry when it comes to the Champions League. Let's see if it's going to be a more successful one. Once again, we are paired up against PSG for the Champions League group stages this season in Group F, but our group mates this year are PSV Eindhoven and Genk. So let's see if we can qualify to the round of 16 this season again, and hopefully this season go a little bit further. So again, we finish behind PSG in the group stages. We finish in 2nd place. However, we get through to the round of 16, which is good, and we play Barcelona in the round of 16. That is frustrating. A lot of sides that I would have much rather faced this year, like Bologna, Porto, I guess, Everton, Salzburg, but we're up against Barcelona. Great. And halfway through the Premier League season, we sit in 4th position. Fulham just behind us on goal differential. Everton, United, City all ahead of us. We need to make sure we're in the top 4 if we are unable to win the Champions League this season. So we've done no business for this window. No surprise considering how good our squad is looking. I mean, it's a very, very strong starting 11, but then the bench as well is in a very good state, and we've got a lot of quality players in the reserves. So maybe this is the year. Maybe we have to go to season 6. It's going to be a tough task with Barcelona up first. Let's see if we can get through them and get through to the quarters. Full strength starting 11 for the first leg here. We are at home at the Olympic Stadium. Our downfall in the round of 16 last year was conceding away goals. What a start! Okay, Talvin gets us a 1-0 lead against a pretty good looking Barcelona side. A lot of quality youngsters in the Barca side, and Umtiti would have to be one of the best centre-backs in the world. Coutinho gets an away goal. Casemiro puts us back in front. Come on, let's not concede another away goal. We're 2-1 up at the moment. Alexander-Arnold puts us 3-1 up, which is huge, and it's going to stay that way. 3-1 up heading into the second leg. Would have been nice to keep a clean sheet, but I will definitely take it. Alright, the away leg now. We are 3-1 up. We've got a full strength starting 11 heading into this clash again. An away goal for us nice and early would be really, really helpful. Cancel out Barca's away goal. They make things certainly uncomfortable. It's back to a 1-goal advantage for us. Oh dear. Yes, Felipe Anderson. Alright, that's a big sigh of relief. So we've still got a 2-goal advantage. We're 4-2 up. Gomez injured for Barca. Half an hour to go. Another goal for us, and we will be through to the quarterfinals, barring a minor miracle. We're looking good here with 10 minutes to go. Are we going to get through? Yes, we are. Langlet with a yellow card. Hopefully not a suspension, but we are through to the Champions League quarterfinals. 4-2 on aggregate against Barca. That is a big box ticked. If we thought things weren't going to get easier following Barcelona, we were absolutely correct. Real Madrid, why is the FIFA gods not looking down on us? I mean, if we get past Real Madrid, we certainly deserve to go further, but this is a real big test for us. Alright, the home leg coming up now. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of having the home leg first, but we'll see what we can do. April 4th, 2023. Full strength starting 11, but Real Madrid have a very good side here. Courtois in between the sticks. Asensio, all them players, but Felipe Anderson does give us a 1-0 lead here. The Brazilian making it 1-1 with Asensio. Asensio making it 1-1 into the second half. Come on, lads. Let's try getting this lead back here. Asensio. Okay, Belotti gets a goal back. It's 2-2, but they have 2 away goals, which is not good, but I don't know. I really don't know what to think right now. We need to win the away leg. No ifs, ands, or buts. Unless we go and have a 3-3 draw, we need to win the away leg. An early goal is going to be brilliant. A clean sheet, brilliant. That's what we need. Can we get it? Half an hour into the game, nothing happening so far. Come on, lads. Belotti getting us in the lead. I'm not getting overconfident because any second it feels like Madrid. Far out, I jinxed myself. Talisha putting us back in front. We've got 2 away goals. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. Hold on. Hold on. Yes! I was not expecting that in the slightest. Anderson Talisha, I could kiss you. What a result. Okay, so we got past Real Madrid. We got past Barcelona. That is a big sigh of relief. But now we have to take on the side we rebuilt in our last rebuild video, Borussia Dortmund. Go and check that out if you haven't, but it is going to be West Ham United versus Dortmund in the semi-final. Hopefully we get the opportunity to face either PSG or Juve, but let's see what we can do against Dortmund. Again, we've been very fortunate. No suspensions or injuries for this semi-final. Let's hope we can keep it that way. Don't want to get any suspensions or injuries for the second leg and then potentially the final if we manage to get there. But Dortmund have a lot of quality youngsters in the side. Daoud, we get the lead through Belotti, 1-0, that's great. Daoud, Pulisic, Catrones come in, Sancho, Diego Dalot come in there. They've got a good side. Hector Bayer in, but we've got the 1-0 lead. Casemiro makes it 2-0. This is going exactly how we wanted it to. Hopefully Langlet isn't suspended, but I feel like he might be after getting so many yellow cards, and that's a good result. I'm very content with that. 2-0 headed into the second leg. away at the Signal Iduna Park. Alright, so I was correct. Langlet is out through suspension for this second leg away at the Signal Iduna Park. However, we have a 2-0 advantage and Diop is still pretty good. So, an early goal to make it 3-0. No suspensions, no injuries. Those are the 3 things I want. I just want to qualify. We get an early goal. Tick that one off. Alexander-Arnold is an unlikely source, but we go 1-0 up. Jesus makes it 2-0. Alright, so we've got a yellow card for Casemiro. If he's out for the final, I'm going to cry. We're 3-0 up. Alexander-Arnold with a brace. No yellow cards, no injuries. We're going to survive. We're going to get through to the final. We absolutely destroyed Dortmund, but I'm very nervous. If Casemiro's out, I am going to be filthy. Yes, okay. It doesn't look like Casemiro's going to be suspended. Get in there. So we get a chance to avenge ourselves from last year's round of 16. Of course, Juve knocked us out in season 4, and we find ourselves in the Champions League final against them. 2023 season 5. Will this be the chance for us to win the rebuild, complete the rebuild, win the final, or will we break our streak of winning rebuilds? I know I see a lot of comments from people saying, does Jarrad ever lose the final in the rebuild? Yes, I have, numerous times. You can go and find them on the channel across the past 2 years, but we've been on a good streak lately. Let's keep it going. Let's put in a big performance against Juve. But before we do that, we have to find the results from the other competitions. Liverpool winning the Europa League. For the second straight year, we finish in 3rd position in the Premier League standings, meaning next season we get another shot at Champions League glory if we can't take down the old lady tonight. Bournemouth, Brighton and Sheffield Wednesday all relegated. We lost the FA Cup final 2-1 to Tottenham, unfortunately, and Manchester United won the Carabao Cup final 2-1 over Wolves. So now it is time for us to have a look at the squad report. We have built such a good side. Alexander-Arnold, 90 rated at 24 years of age. That is insane, but our squad is very, very nice. I always love a rebuild where the starting 11 is just utterly insane, but so is the bench. I mean, as you can see, a lot of our players starting to age here, so if we lose tonight to Juve, we might have to sell on a few players and really get in some more youthful talent to the squad, but this is the best chance we have of winning the final. Let's go ahead, let's take down Juve, and let's make the Irons Champions League winners.
When it's winter, I dream of summer. We go places, magic and wonder. Starlit faces never look somber, no. Can you feel my heartbeat racing? Memories of heartbreak fading. I reach out, these arms embracing you. They don't have a love worth chasing. We go far beyond those spaceships. Open up your eyes, you see it too. You lift my spirits when you hold my hand. Anywhere we land, it's like our toes.
The Irons versus the old lady. Who's going to be champions of Europe? We're about to find out. We have a throw in here. We're going to go to Anderson Talisha, who goes to Casemiro. Long shot time! Forcing a late save out of Perrin. I wanted to see what Casemiro's long shot was like. Marco Piazza coming in. Nicely headed there from Langlet. Alright, now let's see what we can do on the counter. I see you, Felipe Anderson. Talvin's blocked. Alright, it falls nicely there to Casemiro. Goes early to Belotti. Along the ground to Jesus. Holds it up. Jesus! Off the post, the follow-up. No! Cleared away from Alexandro. They're on the attack here, Juve. Dybala coming through. Good touch. Good tackle, though, from Christensen. Now we're on the counter. Trying to find some opportunities. Nice ball through to Felipe Anderson. Come on, can we score on the counter attack? Ball roll. Cross. It's a ball and a half. What are you doing, Belotti? Oh, what kind of a touch off the chest was that? I see Felipe Anderson. We're going to go through. It's a nice ball from Casemiro to his fellow Brazilian. Cutting through a lot of options. We're going to go for the long shot. Green. Perfect time finish. And Felipe Anderson gives us the lead in the Champions League final. Did you see? That is timed. Look at that. The achievement unlocked. That's the first time I've timed a shot perfectly. Top corner. Oh my God, Felipe Anderson. What a goal. And that's going to give us the lead in the Champions League final. This is going to be such a nice angle here. Moves away beautifully, top bins. And that is why you should learn timed finishing. They're on the attack here. They're trying to equalise Dybala. I think that might have been blocked there, but we've got to be careful. We don't want to concede. Here we go. Nicely done. Over the top. Felipe Anderson through to Belotti. Holding it up nicely. Going there to Jesus. Going to Talvin. Nice move to get past Alexandro. Holds it up. Finesse. Deflection. Oh, I thought that was going to fall into the corner. Win that header. Dybala wins it. They're going through here. Dybala. Cross to the back post. Nicely done, Alexander-Arnold. I thought we were going to concede a typical FIFA 19 crossed-in goal. Yet another corner here for Juve. Are they going to go short? We're not going to worry about it. They don't anyways. They go to Alexandro. It falls perfectly. Cleared off the line from Talvin. And now into the legs of whoever. Oh, good stuff. Anderson Talisha. Casemiro. Going to Jesus. Final few minutes here. Look at the opening for Talvin. Going through. Touch Belotti on the angle. What a save from Perrin. We find the back of the net there. And that is the Champions League title coming to the Olympic Stadium. But that is a world-class save there on Belotti's shot. We've also made substitutions. We've brought off Felipe Anderson and brought on Hazard. Come on, final stages. We can see the run trying to be made there. We can see what they're trying to do. But Talvin reads that one perfectly. Now, a counter-attacking opportunity. Casemiro going there to Talisha. Questionable little touch there. But it's still on. Casemiro goes to Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. We're into stoppage time. 2 minutes. Let's hang on to possession here. Casemiro going to Talisha. This is good. Just hang on to possession. Flick from Hazard. They need to win the ball back. Hazard wins the ball back himself. Going to go for a finesse shot. Nothing happening. This is such scrappy play, but we're going to win the Champions League final. Casemiro, the shot. Held back. Blow that full-time whistle, referee. Christensen wins the ball. Blow it. Come on, we're into the 4th minute. There it is. Champions League title coming to the Olympic Stadium, coming to London. The Hammers, West Ham United, are champions of Europe. Felipe Anderson's perfectly timed goal in the 38th minute sees us lift the title. Lads, that is another rebuild in the books. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. But most importantly, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. Enjoy the title celebrations. I am out. Peace.
If I slip into the ocean, swallow me up in one motion, though. Seize my queen, I show devotion. Where's my lifeline, Mr. Bosun? I ain't ready to let go now. I ain't ready to let go. I ain't ready to let go. I ain't ready to let go now. Ready to let go now. Ready to let go now. If I slip into the ocean, swallow me up in one motion, though. Seize my queen, I show devotion.